Okay, perfect. Okay. So would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear to the testimony you are about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you. This is the deposition of Dr. Karen Adams of DeKalb, Illinois. The case number for this matter is 25 CV 0072003, and the case is pending in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois, Western Division. The deposition is being taken over Zoom and will be video recorded on November 7th, 2025 at 1:15 p.m. Present is the deponent, Dr. Karen Adams, attorney Samantha Trago for the plaintiff, Dr. Karen Adams, and then myself, Francesca Butera from Liberty Law Firm as counsel for Chandler Department Store. Let the record reflect that the parties stipulate that all objections except as to the form of the question and responsiveness are preserved and may only be raised at trial unless there are any objections. We will proceed under those terms. So thank you for being here today, Miss Adams. You have been sworn in to tell the truth. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Will you please state and spell your full name for the record?
Yeah, my name is Dr. Karen Adams, Karen, and then Adams is Adams.
Okay, perfect. As previously stated, I'm Francesca Butera. I'm the attorney for Chandler Department Store, the defendant, and we're here today just so I can ask questions under oath regarding the lawsuit brought by you against Chandler Department Store. And as you know, this case involves allegations relating to an incident that had occurred at the store on November 1st, 2024, in DeKalb County. So have you ever been deposed before?
No.
Okay, so let me just explain the process. This is a question and answer session taken under oath. The court reporter will take down everything we say, and the transcript may be used later in court. Have you spoken with an attorney about this matter prior to today's deposition?
Um, just my attorney.
Okay. Is there anything that might interfere with your ability to testify fully and accurately today, such as medication, illness, or any other issues?
No.
Okay. Will you agree to answer my questions fully and accurately today?
Yes.
Okay. Please make sure that your answers are verbal so the court reporter can record them, no nodding or shaking your head. Will you do that?
Yes.
Okay. If a question is unclear, please let me know and I'll rephrase it. Will you do that?
Yes.
Okay. May I assume that if you answer a question, it means that you both heard and understood the question?
Yes.
Okay. If you need a break at any time, please just let me know and we'll pause. Can you do that?
Sure.
Okay. Are we ready to proceed?
I am.
Okay, perfect. Um, can you again just state your full name and what your current employment is?
Sure. My name is Dr. Karen Adams, and I'm a pediatrician here in DeKalb.
Okay. Where did you receive your medical degree from?
Right at the local university here in DeKalb.
Okay. Do you know the name of that university?
Northern Illinois
Okay, thank
University.
you. How long have you been a doctor in DeKalb County?
Ever since graduation about 5 years ago.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested or suspected of shoplifting before?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Have you ever been convicted of a crime before?
No.
Okay. How often do you shop at Chandler Department Store?
I'm from DeKalb originally, so yeah, occasionally I go to the department store.
Do you think like maybe like once every 2 weeks, like once every month,
Maybe once a month.
once a month? Okay. What kind of items do you usually buy from the department store?
Whatever I need at the time, normally makeup and clothes.
Okay. What were you doing at Chandler's department store specifically on November 1st, 2024?
I was shopping for perfume.
Okay. Um, I do want to ask, do you have Exhibit A in your possession? If not, I can share my screen and show Exhibit A.
I do. I have it here.
Okay, perfect. Do you recognize Exhibit A?
I mean, it looks like my bottle of Chanel number 5.
Okay. Um, And was this the bottle of perfume in your possession when you were searched by store security?
I don't know if it's exactly that bottle in the picture, but yes, that looks just like my Chanel number 5.
Okay. When did you purchase that bottle of perfume?
I didn't. It was a gift from my parents.
Okay. And so you don't have like a receipt or anything like that.
No.
When shopping for perfume, do you usually bring the full bottle with you?
Um, well, I often keep my bottle of perfume in my purse. I work long days at my office, and so if I'm going somewhere in the evening, sometimes I like to freshen up. So yeah, it's not uncommon for me to have perfume in my purse. And yeah, i- as I was shopping for perfume, I wanted to kind of compare different scents.
Okay. So were you at the perfume counter testing different perfumes when uh the security officer approached you?
It was after I had walked away from the counter. So I was at the counter, kind of using the testers and testing a Dior perfume against my own Chanel number 5. And the person behind the counter was busy. It was crowded, wasn't able to help me. And after waiting for a few minutes, I decided to go to the bookstore and try to come back later. So it was when I tried to leave the store that the security guard stopped me.
So the clerk had never asked if you had needed any help looking for anything?
No, she was busy with other customers.
Okay. What happened when you were approached by store security at first?
Um, well, he said I had taken something I hadn't paid for. And I said that was ridiculous. And I tried to continue out, and he grabbed my arm really hard. Um, and yeah, then kind of took me to the security office.
Okay. So do you know approximately how many people were around the area when you were approached?
Um, there were a few people, and I think they kind of noticed what was going on since he was stopping and grabbing me. And I think he noticed there were a few people around too because he said something like, nothing to see here, just a shoplifter,
Okay.
and then took me down to the security office.
Okay. So was the volume of the security guard's voice louder than what would be necessary for a person standing 3 feet away could hear?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Was the volume of the security guard's voice louder than what would be necessary for a person standing 3 feet away to hear?
I'm not sure. I was so stunned at that moment. He seemed loud to me. Um,
Okay. So do you feel like he yelled or raised his voice at you before being escorted back to the security office?
um, Not necessarily at me, but just kind of at the people around, like just a shoplifter.
Okay. And did he speak to you before putting his hands on you, or did he
Um,
say sorry, go ahead.
oh no. Yeah, he did say that he was with store security and that I had taken something from the cosmetics counter that I didn't pay for. Um, and again, I tried to tell him that was just ridiculous and keep walking, but that's when he grabbed me by the arm and said I had to go to the security office with him.
Okay. So you didn't refuse, or did you refuse to go back with him? Did you say anything after he had grabbed your arm?
Um, Honestly, I was kind of just shocked into silence. I kind of froze at that point.
Did you receive any injuries from the security guard, that required medical treatment or anything like that?
Um, he grabbed my arm really hard, but after the whole incident, I was just so done. I just took a cab home.
Okay. Was anybody around that you knew when store security approached you?
I don't think no, not that I recall at the time. Afterwards, someone reached out, but again, I was kind of frozen, a little bit shocked.
Okay. So what exactly happened after you were escorted back to the security office?
So after we got in the security office, he took my purse and was looking through it and saw my bottle of Chanel number 5 and kind of said, you know, here it is. And I said, yeah, that's mine. I tried to explain it was just a misunderstanding. And I think it was clear to see, there was no tester sticker on the bottle. Um, it was clearly my personal Chanel number 5, but he really just didn't want to listen.
Did he ask to search your purse?
No, he just started going through it.
Okay. Did you refuse to let him search your purse or
No, I mean, I think I was still in a little bit of shock at first, and then, um, yeah, then I did get kind of frustrated because nobody was listening to me when I was explaining what had happened.
was it just you and the security officer in the back?
At first, yes.
Okay. And then who came after that?
The store manager came in, and then after that, the police officer.
Okay. And do you know what happened, or do you recall what happened when store security came in?
Well, the store security was the one who escorted me
Oh,
in and was there with me.
yeah,
Uh,
sorry, my bad. I meant the general manager.
oh,
Sorry, what happened after the general manager came in?
yeah. So I tried to explain again that the Chanel number 5 was mine, that it was a present from my parents. I didn't steal it. Um, and I explained again, he could see just from looking at it that there's no tester label. Um, and I also told him that I was a doctor. If I wanted perfume, I could have just paid for it. I had better things to do with my time. He wanted me to sign a release, though, and I refused. At that point, I was getting pretty frustrated.
Okay. And did they say anything would be held against you if you didn't sign the release?
Um, he didn't say, but he left, and a few minutes later, he came in with a uniformed police officer.
Okay. So while you were in the security office, did you ask if you were allowed to leave at any point?
I didn't ask, but I also didn't feel like I could leave. I mean, he had my purse, and he had pulled me back there by the arm.
Okay. Do you know approximately how long you were in the security office before police had come?
Oh, the police came at the end. I would say total, it was about 15 to 20 minutes. I was in the security room and the police came just at the very end, like a few minutes before
Okay.
um I was escorted out.
Okay. Was there a specific reason why you didn't want to sign the release form?
Yeah, because I didn't do anything wrong. They treated me terribly. Uh, as I mentioned, they weren't listening and the security guard had grabbed my arm, so I wasn't going to say that I was willing to give up my rights when I'd done nothing wrong.
So there was a newspaper article that was printed a couple days later. When did you first notice the article titled "Local Doctor Arrested"?
Um, Pretty immediately. It was on the newspaper website and it's the local newspaper and it was really prominently featured on the metropolitan section. So, I mean, the same day it came out. Yeah.
Do you have any information regarding whether anybody from Chandler contacted the newspaper who wrote the article?
I don't know that. No, I don't know.
Okay. Did anybody contact you about the article?
Not that I remember.
Okay. In your complaint, you said that you had lost customers after the incident had occurred. Do you know how many customers that you lost?
I don't know specifically. So my practice is still really busy, but all of my professional colleagues and family and friends were talking about it and had seen the article. And honestly, I was just embarrassed and worried that patients were seeing it too. Um, yeah. So I don't know of any specific patients that were lost though.
Okay. Did you have any lost profits, you would say, from the incident after this occurred?
We're a very busy practice. No, it our appointments remain booked.
Okay, so there were no lost profits.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Um, in your complaint,
Other than I don't know if the speaking engagement counts.
yeah, so in your complaint, you did mention that you lost the speaking engagement. Do you know how much money that was that you lost from the
Yeah,
speaking engagement?
the speaking fee was $55,000.
And then did the conference give you a reason as to why they canceled the speaking engagement?
They didn't say specifically, but they canceled right after the article came out.
Okay. Have you missed out on any other speaking engagements since the incident occurred?
Um, not not that I know of.
Okay. Um, okay. I understand that you see Dr. James Lee, and I was just
Yes.
wondering, have you seen any other psychologists other than Dr. James Lee since the incident occurred?
No, just Dr. Lee.
Okay. And can you tell me what you see Dr. James Lee for?
He's been helping me since the incident with anxiety and depression.
Okay. And when did you start seeing him?
Early January.
January of 2025?
Yes.
Okay. So it was it was a couple months after the incident occurred that you started seeing him.
Yes.
And how many times a week do you see him?
Now I'm seeing him once a week. Originally, I needed some more support, and so I was seeing him about 3 times a week.
Did he prescribe you any medication to help aid you with the anxiety?
Yes, he prescribed Xanax.
And do you know how many milligrams that was?
Um, I do. Let me see if I can find my prescription real fast. Um, yes, it's zero point 0.5 milligrams, um, 3 times a day if needed, but I generally am taking it 1 time a day at night now.
Okay. So at first you were taking it 3 times a day, but now only once a day.
Um, I do believe I was taking it more originally, but now just at night.
Okay. Um, and I think that's it from me. Is there anything else that you believe I may have left out or you want to add regarding the incident that had occurred on November 1st, 2024?
I mean, I just think it's really unfortunate. I don't understand why they didn't just listen to me originally, um, because this all could have been avoided.
Okay, I understand. Um, Attorney Trago, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have a few follow-up questions for the record. At any point during the incident on November 1st, did you take or attempt to take anything that did not belong to you?
No, I did not.
Were you at Chandler by yourself or were you with company that day?
I was by myself.
Did you witness any Chandler employee insist of charges being pressed against you?
Yes, the police officer really was very nice, and asked the store manager if he wanted to press charges, and the store manager said yes. And so then the police officer said, "Well, it's out of my hands. He's, pressing charges, so I have to arrest you."
Thank you. How has this incident affected your reputation and professional life as a physician?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. It's impacted, I think my professional standing, in the pediatric conference I was planning to speak at is a very prestigious, well-known conference, and I was uninvited from that. Professional colleagues have all heard about the incident, and even though there was a tiny retraction written, that it was certainly not as big and prominent as the original announcement. Yeah, so it's had a big impact, and I'm worried about the impact it will continue to have if people have this false impression of me.
Mhm. Did you feel like the retraction that was printed in the newspaper was adequate or no?
No, not at all. It was on, page 6 or 7, and it was a tiny, tiny paragraph after, another case's information.
Mhm. And finally, why was this experience significant enough for you to bring this action?
I mean, it had a huge impact on my life. I became really anxious. I kept worrying that patients would know about the incident. It would impact my practice. I had a lot of trouble sleeping. Um, and just really, it was almost hard for me to continue on in my day-to-day practice. And I mean, Dr. Lee has helped so much, and I'm, able to keep going. But it was embarrassing, humiliating. And again, I just worry about my reputation as a new doctor, um, being ruined for the rest of my career.
Yes. So sorry you had to go through that. Well, thank you for answering our questions today. You have the right to read and review the transcript of today's deposition once it is prepared by the court reporter and may make any changes in form or substance. You can then sign it, which is called reserving signature. Alternatively, you may waive signature, meaning you will not review or sign the transcript. Would you like to reserve your right to read and sign the transcript or waive that right?
I'd like to reserve, please.
All right. The court reporter will provide a certified copy of the transcripts to each party upon request. The transcript and exhibits will be treated as confidential under the protective order. You will have 30 days to review and sign the transcript from the day you receive it. Any objection other than form or foundation of a question are reserved until trial. Are there any additional stipulations that counsel would like to make?
No.
The deposition is now concluded. The time is 1:38 p.m. and we are now off the record.
Okay. Sorry, let me just stop the recording.